sparse group today. It must be the coldness. Extremely emotional weekend, obviously with the heartbreak loss on Friday. But you know, it was literally a game of inches, if that makes any sense. And you got to give Missouri State credit. They made one more play than we did. But it was a great game. It could have gone either way. We felt that we kind of had the game somewhat in hand with 23 seconds left. But you got to give them credit in terms of being able to hit a big shot, a three. And then we did a great job of executing what we call, well, I'm not going to give you the name of the play we specifically call it, but with the game on the line, we needed to get a three, and we executed it beautifully. And there's not a better person that we would want the ball in Amber Sorensen's hands, three in the air at the buzzer to send it to double overtime. It just wasn't meant for us to win that basketball game. But I thought it was a very well-played game on both teams' parts. I was curious to see if we was going to have a little bit of a Missouri State hangover on Sunday. I thought our kids did a very nice job of being able to get refocused in a short amount of time and do what we needed to do to get ourselves back in the W column. The first probably 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, Wichita State came out extremely aggressive. They really pressured us, really had us back on our heels, to be quite honest. We called a timeout and talked about a couple of things on both ends of the floor, and then we got ourselves into a pretty good rhythm, a pretty good groove. We really switched up our defenses, went to a lot of pressing, a lot of trapping against Wichita. Created some turnovers and led to some baskets, some easy baskets that we really felt caused them a lot of problems. So we're extremely pleased with how we bounced back and was able to get ourselves back in that W column. Madison Weekly scored her 1,000th point yesterday. We're extremely proud of her and the season that she is having. She would be the first to tell you that it's not about her, it's about her team and the team winning. But I do want to say congratulations to her. We're off today. We'll get ourselves prepared for a very tough road swing. Both Indiana State and Illinois State are playing extremely well. Both are very improved. Indiana State, they defend extremely well. They make you play to your weaknesses. We're going to have to make sure that we're in tune. We're going to have to make some in-game adjustments as always, but it's definitely going to be really a dogfight, both of those games. But we are very committed to staying locked into one game at a time. But we got to make sure that our preparation this week is on target. And then we've got to make sure we go in and we're prepared for it to be a battle. And that one very much could go down to the wire because they defend extremely well and they force you to play to some weaknesses. But we're looking forward to the challenge. We're excited about where we are. For us, it's really about one day at a time and getting better each day and not getting bored with the process and understanding the importance of the process. Are there any questions?
How pleased have you been, particularly the last couple of weeks, with how Sharnay Lamar started to add some consistent scoring to her game?
Well, obviously, we're extremely pleased. You know, I think it's unfair to say she has not contributed on the offensive end, even when she wasn't scoring, because anytime you assist, you're contributing. But she's done a tremendous job of staying in the gym. I know that she was frustrated because of all the work that she has put in. So it's extremely rewarding, not only to her but to us, to see her start to reap some of those benefits, and her continue to be consistent in terms of being able to give us something in terms of the point productivity. But Sharnay understands there's so much more that she does for us other than scoring, but it certainly keeps defenses honest when she can score for us.
What kind of opportunities might someone like Lauren Parker have moving forward after how she stepped in the rotation and did some things this past weekend?
That's a great point. We're extremely pleased and very proud of Lauren and what she was able to do this weekend. You know, she's worked extremely hard in the off season to make a jump. She has made a jump, and sometimes you have to wait for the opportunity to present itself. It certainly has, and I can honestly say she has taken full advantage of it. She did exactly what we needed her to do. We're going to continue to rely on not only her, but everyone else coming off the bench. We're extremely pleased with our bench this weekend. Our bench was tremendous, and we're going to need them to continue to be able to come in and give us productive minutes as we try to stay in the hunt for a possible MVC championship.
You beat both these teams by double digits the first time around at your place. What are some things you did in those games you got to take on the road and do at their house now to win these games?
Well, you always have to pack defense. We know that. And toughness. Winning on the road is hard, and you have to be able to overcome some things. But defensively, we're going to have to stay engaged. We're going to have to fight through some adversity, so that the mental toughness part of it. And then we got to be able to manage runs. We got to be able to manage their runs, maximize theirs, or minimize theirs and maximize ours in terms of being able to get consecutive stops. And defensive rebounding always going to be a key for us.
You mentioned that those two teams are playing better this time of the year. Would they look at your team, or would you say you're playing better too now at this juncture of the season?
No question we are. When you look at the productivity we're getting not only from all 5 starters, but from our bench, you have to say that we're playing a lot better. Early on in the conference, start of the league play, we was really only getting points from Madison and Amber. Jen's starting to really score for us. You've seen Steph Davison really take her game to a new level. And then, Michaela Morgan was playing extremely well before having to sit out a couple games. She's back. Lauren Parker, we talked about what she was able to do this weekend. Angie Davison. And then, Sharnay Lamar is the key. I mean, she continues to distribute the basketball, but she's also, now you have to play her honest because she's now also scoring. So I really like this team as a whole, what we're able to do on both ends of the floor. Any other questions? Stay warm. Stay warm.